Hey, have you noticed the new boxes John's bought?
Yeah, kinda hard not to notice, to be honest.
Affirmative.
Whoa!
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine.
Even in death I still serve.
Hello! It's me! It's SonicJohn117. Yeah, there's a couple of reveals in this video, and one of them is what my face looks like. So, I wanted to make this video because I want to show off a second hobby of mine that I've got. Halo stop motion has always been a big interest of mine. I mean, my channel's existed for over 10 years now, and Halo stop motion was really what got me interested in filmmaking in the first place. It's what drew me into using cameras and stuff like that. But there's always been another hobby in the background as well that I've not really shown off very much. If you're an OG SonicJohn117 watcher, then you'll have remembered that in Tabletop Ridge, in that video that is almost, well, it is over 10 years old now, that's insane, that there are some 40k Terminators in the background from Warhammer. So even back then I was modelling and painting them up, but the paint jobs weren't very good, you know, as most people's aren't when they very first start out painting. I had some Space Marine Terminators, Space Marine bike, and a Tau battlesuit. That was pretty much my first couple of Warhammer models. Since then, I just carried on with the Halo stop motion. That was kind of my main hobby that I do in my spare time. During the lockdowns, I got really back into Warhammer. It became another love of mine, really, as another hobby. Been sharing it with friends. A couple of them have got back into Warhammer as well. So I've been building and painting and playing games of Warhammer. And yeah, it's been really, really fun. So I just want to show it off to all of you guys of what I've been doing in the background as well as Halo stop motion. This is my custom chapter of Space Marines. I've been slowly adding to them over the years, and they're very focused on heavy armour. So there's lots of Gravis armour, dreadnoughts and vehicles. There's a bunch more that's unpainted, which I'll be trying to finish soon. Then there's an Imperial Knight, whose pilot has become allied with my chapter after her Night House turns to chaos, hence the same paint job as my Marines. It needs decals, but it's almost finished. The weapons are all magnetised and they can all be swapped out. I've also been commission painting a Space Marine army for a friend of mine. This is maybe under half of the total army. They're very Templar and Knight themed, which is really cool. They haven't got any decals on yet. I've also got a Necron army, which is probably the closest to being finished, but when I say that, it still means it needs a lot of work. And I also have a lot of old Tau models. They were the first models I ever got and had an actual army of. If you don't know much about Warhammer 40,000, the Tau are the most joked about race. And I don't care what you might think about me, I love the Tau, and even if you call me a filthy Xenos weeb supporter, it's nothing I haven't already heard. So there we go, that's all the projects I've got going on at the moment, and there's quite a few that I want to add to in the future as well. So the main reason that I'm doing this kind of sit down and chat scenario for this video is because I just wanted to talk about where I'm at the moment, really. Now, this isn't a video to say I'm stopping doing stop motion, because I don't want to stop doing stop motion. I love stop motion. Stop motion's been like one of my loves for years. But it takes so long to produce them that it's turned into actual work. And what's been really sad has it has been seeing the drop-off of views and things like that because of Halo kind of being in the state that it's in at the moment. Halo Infinite hasn't really met a lot of people's expectations. I was always into Halo for the story, and I'm just not really interested in where the story's going at the moment. So it hasn't exactly been inspiring to make Halo narrative stop motions, which is why I ended up doing more of the reviews, because that was just more of a pastime of something I could put my mind to and still be creative, and rather than making trying to make a 10-minute narrative stop motion that would have taken months and months to produce. So seeing the view drop off after Halo Infinite, in general across YouTube, not only stop motion about Halo, but Halo content in general has just had a view drop off, because I just think people aren't really interested at the moment, genuinely. So that's been sad, but that doesn't mean I love Halo any less. I'm just not feeling as inspired to produce Halo related content, if I'm honest, at the moment. So I don't want this to be a negative video. I don't want this to be, hating on the state of Halo at the moment or anything like that, because I still want to produce stop motion. I mean, I've even just managed to get my hands on one of the newer Mega Bloks sets, so that's inspiring me to do an animated review. So this isn't a video to say, don't panic, I'm not saying I'm not doing stop motion anymore, but what I am saying is that I want to show off one of my other passions as well, which is Warhammer and painting and model making. This is also to say that I'm hoping to do some more customs painting for Mega Bloks figures. There is a huge part of the community that is customs makers and painting models, and obviously that has so much overlap with Warhammer, and hopefully it is something that you share an interest in as well. So thank you for listening to me ramble for for a bit, yeah, take care, see you later.